Conclusion: the high cost of forgetting, a blueprint for survival. The evidence presented in this book is not a matter of political opinion. It is a forensic audit of failure. The over 1.1 million American lives lost to COVID-19, the resurgence of measles, and the continued erosion of our public health infrastructure are not acts of God. They are the direct, measurable consequences of specific policy choices. The choice to defund preparedness, the choice to sideline scientists, and the choice to weaponize distrust. The empty chairs at dinner tables and the orphaned children are not just tragedies, they are accusations. They testify to a simple, brutal truth. A significant portion of this death toll was preventable. We possess the knowledge and resources to respond more effectively, but we lacked the political will and social cohesion to deploy them. Could this happen again? The answer is unfolding now. The terrifying reality is that the next crisis is not a distant possibility. Its prelude is already being written. We are not merely failing to learn from the past. We are actively recreating its most dangerous conditions. We are dismantling our defenses again. The FY 2025 budget proposal from the House Republican Study Committee, titled Fiscal Sanity, calls for the elimination of the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality and deep cuts to the CDC. This mirrors the pre-2020 defunding that left the strategic national stockpile depleted and health departments hollowed out. We are rewarding bad actors. Promoters of anti-science rhetoric have been elevated, not exiled. RFK Jr., a leading purveyor of vaccine misinformation, is now the head of Health and Human Services. Dr. Joseph Ladapo, Florida's Surgeon General, has repeatedly flouted scientific consensus, most recently advising against mRNA COVID-19 vaccines for young men based on a widely debunked study. The door is wide open. In early 2024, the U.S. has already recorded over 120 measles cases across more than 20 states, a drastic increase fueled by falling vaccination rates. This is not a future threat. It is a live fire exercise for our crippled public health system, and we are failing. The next virus, whether a mutated strain of H5N1 avian influenza now spreading in mammals or an entirely novel disease X, will not wait for us to relearn the lessons we paid for in blood. How do we rebuild? The cure is accountability and action. Rebuilding trust requires more than facts. It requires a fundamental restructuring of incentives and a renewed commitment to the public good. 1. Hold the arsonists accountable. Follow the money, investigate and expose the networks, dark money groups, for-profit media outlets, and cynical corporations that fund and amplify anti-science disinformation for political or financial gain. Vote for reality. Support political leaders at all levels who unequivocally champion evidence-based public health. Make scientific integrity a non-negotiable litmus test. 2. Rewire the system for resilience. Permanent protected funding. Advocate for firewall funding for pandemic preparedness that is insulated from political whims, similar to how the National Institutes of Health is funded. Mandate transparency. Legislate requirements for clear, apolitical science communication from government agencies. Restore the independence of scientific advisory committees. Legal reckoning. Explore legal and regulatory frameworks to hold individuals and organizations accountable for the deliberate, malicious spread of proven health disinformation that leads to imminent harm. 3. Fight for the next generation. Inoculate with education. Integrate media literacy and critical thinking into school curricula nationwide, teaching students how to identify misinformation and understand the scientific process. Amplify true heroes. Shift the media narrative away from contrarians and toward the public health workers, researchers, and clinicians who are working to save lives, often under immense pressure and threat. The choice ahead, a final warning. We stand at a crossroads we have faced before. One path requires difficult, sustained investment in the unglamorous work of preparedness, the courage to hold the powerful accountable, and the maturity to place collective well-being above individual rhetoric. The other path is the one we are on. It leads to more body bags, more refrigerated morgue trucks, and more grieving families told their loved ones' deaths were unavoidable. The data is clear. The solutions are known. The autopsy of the last pandemic provides a perfect blueprint for preventing the next one. The only thing missing is the will to act. The flat line of a cardiac monitor is the sound of a life ending. The silence of our inaction is the sound of a nation accepting that more will follow. The story you just heard in this chapter isn't just history, it's a warning. And this warning is not over. The policies, the failures, and the human cost we've documented in unnecessary deaths continue to shape our world right now. If you want to understand what happens next, you need to see the full picture. On this channel, we're not just releasing the audiobook, we're building on it. We'll be diving deeper into the data, tracking the real-world impact of the policies discussed in this book. By subscribing, you're not just getting the next chapter. You're joining a community committed to learning from the past to protect our future. Subscribing is the easiest way to ensure you don't miss a single video. The next chapter drops soon. Here's what you can do right now. Hit the subscribe button. Click that bell icon to get notifications so you know the moment the next chapter is live. Check the links in the description below to get the full ebook on Gumroad and dive deeper at your own pace. The most dangerous lesson we can learn from unnecessary deaths is to look away. Stay informed, stay engaged, and please, subscribe. Thank you for watching and for caring enough to listen.